Howdy, this is Chef Phant. This is the educational. This is an educational channel. Follow. This is educational. This is an educational channel. Followers in type 2 diabetes. It is to be giving as knowledge. ให้เป็นวิทยาทาน Cuidado como conocimiento. Cuidado como conocimiento. Okay, who am I? And what do I do for a living? So I'm a chef instructor, cookbook author, and a former restaurant owner, Thai accent in Petaluma, but no longer exists now because the COVID eat it. I'm also an ex-T2 diabetic person, so I managed to reverse it or limit it, the T2 diabetes. The goal of this educational knowledge is to help people overcome diabetes naturally with medicinal Thai food that can limit it and is sustainable. A little bit about me. When I was young, so I know how to cook when I was 9. I stole the thing from my mom, the ingredients. And my first dish in my life at 9 years old, I did chicken salad. It's called lap gai. So I stole the ingredient from my mom, and then I cook it. And while I was eating it, my aunt come and see me, and she was asking where I get the food from. I say I made it, and they slapped me. She slapped me, and she told me that no, it's not possible. And then she take my food, and then she ate it, and she looked at me and she asked the same question: "Where did you get it?" I told him, "I cook it. I made it." And she wouldn't believe. And she made a lot of noise, and my mom coming in, and she said, "What's it now, son?" Okay, I was telling them that she don't believe that I make this. And then my mother take the food and eat it, and she turned around to me and smile. Okay, that's what you know how to eat. I say, that's very interesting. How you get it? How you remember all this? I say, well, I sit and watch you do many, many times. So that's how I know I can see it, I can smell it. When I taste it, I recognize the taste. And then you, the one who taught me about the herb and spice, how to use them, what to do, what not to do. And that was how it all come about. That how do I know how to cook Thai food? So that when I was young, I pretty alert in Thai cooking. So I know pretty much. I like to study them, and I know food inside out. So it's real. My education is I'm a graduate in mechanical engineers, and I like to lead because my emphasis is what robotic. But I didn't graduate robotic. End up with process engineer, which is because the robotic is not enough students. So I did that, and then halfway, so more the student drop off. So then we have to combine to the process engineer. So that pretty good. I graduated from San Francisco State University, and then I went to the industry, worked for 15 years in Silicon Valley. So do the high-end engineering. My last job was in MEM system, micro electromechanical system. It proved to me I have some brain, so I've been in industry. I know how to deal with a lot of things. And then this is my retirement, so I get caught into diabetic because when I was young, I would eat all kind of crap food. I didn't understand it because the engineer, you got free breakfast, you got free, pizza and beer, all kind of thing. Oh, I have power. I don't care. Just young, just eat it. And then what happened was it's accumulations. And at the end, when you get older, your body tired, and then that diabetes starts showing up because suddenly you got ache and pain, you got knot in your back, and blame you to, working in the computer too long every day, those kind of things. But it's the matter of fact, it needs to be checked. So I did check it, and then lo and behold, my blood sugar, my A1C is 9.3. That when, crap hit the fan. So I need to do something. So then I start looking and study in YouTube to say, oh, what they talk about, what they do, that, that. I talk to my doctor, and then we have to do all the tests, blood test, lipid test, all those kind of things. So, and then it's interesting because all the value is out wax. So that means, oh, how do I get into it? Diabetes, to get rid of it. And then we got metformin, statin, all those things. So I could study about that. Should I take or should I not take? Contradicting myself, and then start study about food. And then this is all come about that diabetes knowledge that I gained, and then I implement it to my life, and it worked. I limited my diabetes. So it's from 9.3 to 7.0 at 60 year old, 62 year old. So that's what I'm time for me to retire and get it into perspective to where to put it to that I can help people, because I always the instructor, I like to teach, and I keep it what I know. I keep 100% what I know, and I start digging, do all the kind of thing. A lot of doctor that I follow say, oh, that what they say, what did they say, but it's all kind of doctor, not just one principal doctor. So you will see the list of the doctor that I follow. That this is all YouTube, okay? And then I get permission from my doctor. Okay, do what do you want to do? And then you have to learn it. I said, no problem, I will learn it. And then my goal is to eliminate the pill, and I successfully eliminated, and I successfully limited my T2 diabetes. I know a lot of diabetes because I learned from that, because I have the background in engineering. So I learn anatomy and learn biology, chemistry. You got 2 year chemistry in engineering anyway. Nutrition, I learn a lot. I read a lot about the nutrition because I know Thai medicinal food, and Thai medicinal herb and spice. So and then I know people how to use them. When you get sick, what kind of food you're gonna eat? Like you got a cold, you need some sour to go into your system. You get the spice to make your increasing your body temperature. Those kind of things that it will go to on and on and on, because everything I put in perspective the way I know how. Okay, the industry that I know, because I work in a restaurant, I own the restaurant, the insurance industry, the medical industry, food industry, and then the government. So you have to know how to do that, to deal with them. If something have problem, how do you fix it? So I think I know enough. I am the master because I'm capable to teach people with this. So, and I established my restaurant. I don't have any problem at all with all the government or all these, the industry, the food industry. So for me, I believe to be successful, reversing diabetes, with my technical knowledge, understanding how the body functions, as well as the medical data, how to list them, how to establish them, like engineering, like everything else. So, and then you have to be able to interpret your data and do adjustment on your pill, those kind of thing. And then you have to liver diabetes, and then the reversing diabetes process. It takes a long time. It takes me 6 months from 9.3 to 7.0. because you have to take every data you can and put in perspective and learn about it, the behavior of the drugs. So lisinopril, you know, all these things. So it will be in the lecture. So in that I giving right now, how to create diabetic food that for the maximum medicinal benefit. That is going to be my goal of this lecture because it will be another lecture about Thai cooking for diabetic people, and the food chain. You have to change sugar, you have to change oil, you have to change, understand how the process works, and understand how to maintain your enzyme, like a garlic, you know, what do you do when you cook the garlic? You fry, you stir fry, you boil, you did. How is the maximum benefit you can get the allicin out garlic? If you fry, your allicin becomes zero. Like especially if you got a lot of fragrance, your thing, but your enzyme is zero. Oh, what did it do to you? It's good for eating something very tasty, very aromatic, but the beneficially the enzyme you don't get it. So we're going to learn that in that section, the Thai cooking, because it's lengthy, but I think it's useful. If you can master it or memorize it or understand it, I think you can help yourself reversing diabetes because the doctor cannot give it to you. They will give you medicine. Take the medicine, take the medicine, take the medicine, and then your body cannot take it. You are your own doctor. You know every news, everything in your body, what happened. You got a pimple, you got a rash, you got all those kind of things. Keep track of it and what it is, and then go to YouTube and study it. Oh, what did that rash mean? What is a pimple? Why is so suddenly got so many pimples? Suddenly I got dizzy. Just lean to it, and you follow the doctor that I follow. I think it will be helpful because it will reinstate of what I know. Okay, everything comes from them. Medicinal, medical past and urban spice. That's my part. Cooking Thai food. That's my part. You will learn all that. So I had the YouTube channel with it classical Thai cooking 3534 again classical Thai cooking 3534. Go in there and look this how the Thai food cook restaurant level Bangkok food and diabetic food is going to be Bangkok food. That my version that I don't think anybody created yet because you have to know a lot of things in order to do this kind of work. Okay, I want to keep that the knowledge. How do I successfully live with diabetic is with my technical know-how and understanding how the body functions as well as the medical data. Reversing diabetes process is become very easy. How to create and cook diabetic food for the maximum benefit. That the goal that you're going to get out of the series of the education for diabetics. Now, let me meet my SMEK, that means skill, expertise, multi-talent, and knowledge. Here in my smirk, I call them SMEK, that means skill, experience, multi-talents, and knowledge. I had a lot of good skills. Skill in engineering skill, I computer skill, a practical skill, which is that manufacturing practical skill, how to make things from start to the end, and Thai cooking skills. So I'm the chef instructor, so I got all those in my pocket, and I can pull it out every time I want to use it. You go experience, have food industry experience because I own the restaurant. So I have the cookbook, which is usually I do that in my class because I wrote that for the student to where the more of the thing that they need to know, like ingredient, like when you cook something, you have to know what it tastes like, not just put in your mouth. Oh, it's good. How good? You have to be able to explain. All my students know how to explain them. Oh, that's good, that good. Because when they take my classes, so usually they love it. They walk out happy. So after the end of the class, they walk out happy. So they like that. So I have a multi-talent. I'm really artistic talent. It's all the places in the places I take a picture. I do everything myself, layout. Or it's one man show here. The palate sensitivity. Yeah, that's what I have. That you have to be able to detect things. You will learn that in the cooking section, because you have to know what does the tongue do to you with the food. What part of the tongue they use for taste, salt, like sugar, what those kind of things that we're gonna go to that. And Thai culinary. So I know how to cook a lot. Probably almost 300 Thai dishes that I learned, but mostly I cut it down to where the majority have to know. If you know Thai food, you have to know this, and that. This keep you on, make you going. Even though you don't want to cook, but you still know what kind of food you want to eat. And now you're diabetic, so you have to know what kind of food you want to eat to give you the right nutrient to reversing your diabetes. And then communication skills, I have those. So I'll be able to talk to people, smile. Even though I want to kill them, I still have smile. I still do smile. That's the Thai style. They hate you. They don't tell you that much. They keep on smiling, but deep inside, that kind of thing. So, but for me, I'm just friendly. I keep everything to everybody. So I'm just kind of real Buddhist. We do meditation. We do the teaching of Buddha. That it, I don't think the religions for me, everybody seem to be agree, because it's a law of nature. Whatever you do in your body, we go through your eye, your nose, your mouth, your ear, your hand, you touching something, and then go to your heart, and then go back to your brain. Should I kill them or should I love them? Those kind of thing. So the meditation is part of diabetics, reversing diabetic, because you're gonna need that when you see some incident in your life during you try to reverse your diabetes, and then suddenly you got anxiety, you got angry, and then your cortisol start shooting out. This you got your system will create more sugar in your system, like from the cortisol, and that when everything starts shooting up. So then you have to use the meditations to calm yourself down, and everything should be good. Learn how to do that. So we're going to put a little bit in the medical section, Thai medicinal section, okay? And then the knowledge. I know mathematics. Of course, I'm an engineer. That's my strength is mathematics. But now I'm getting old. Sometimes you forgot, but sometimes mostly still there. The chemistry I know. Physics I know because it's from engineering. Biology that I learned it by myself, reading the book, seeing the video, those kind of thing, and then seeing the doctor what they say about what when you talk about leaky gut, what happened. So those kind of thing, the physics, nutrition. So I read those kind of thing, understanding what it's for, those kind of thing. And then ingredient, of course, I know them well, and herb and spice, pretty much. Let's look at my technical background. So basically, I'm an engineer. I graduated in mechanical engineer from San Francisco State University. So then after I graduated, I got a job before I finished school, about 6 months ahead. Then I went, start doing some work, And then I went to work to do some high-end technology, which is, at that point is optical turnstile. That when you go to the building, you have to present the card, and then you can go in. The door is open. So we do the optical turnstile at Omega company. So I do pretty well. I work for a while, and they say, no, that's not what I want. So I want high-end technology. So I went into the fiber optic. At that time, it started coming up. So I get that, and then I get the job in Palo Alto, and I went there, and then I worked for them for 2 years, and the company get bored, and then because I'm looking for the green card, so I changed the company to E-Tech Dynamic to do fiber optic components, and we I start doing a lot of understand the technology, do high end, do tooling, do manufacturing, and I learn all the process of that. And then the more I do it, the more I'm good at it. So then when the new product coming out, so more complicated, so I got called in to do the job again. Those kind of thing. That the last job that I did is MEM system, micro electromechanical system, that you have to work under microscope to see, because the hint is what, 1 nanometer hinge, because wafer is wafer is 6 inches, and you have about, if I'm not mistaken, it's 60 miller. But each miller you have to be able to separate it, and percent you have to come up at least 90%. You can allow to break about 10%, but they cannot come back. You know, nobody can do it. And then finally they call me in. They hiring me to do all these jobs. I said, oh, let me study real quick, and then I managed to come up with a procedure, come up with a technique how to separate them. So the yield from 30% to 90%. Well, I'm the king, so I'm good at what I do, and then they like me. So and then I do more a lot of manufacturing process, because we have to put product together, the optical switching. So it's a lot of fun, a lot of tooling, a lot of head butting, those kind of things, and engineering. So, and then after that, the engineering start failing, because manufacturing is suddenly the economy went birth, engineering, no job, because the job we took a lot to China. Whatever happened, economy problem. So we get laid off by divisions. Suddenly you got 30, 40 people lay off, those kind of thing. So I've been through that. Make a lot of money, but when after layoff, you don't get the money the way you're supposed to get. So then I say, oh, I need to qualify some engineering again. So I went to UC Berkeley, start, you know, taking classes for verify to be certified with the engineering certain things. So I did for the solar system. So when I realized, oh, I'm good at it, so I got most of my classes A. UC Berkeley A with the engineering. So that's pretty much out there. So then I realized, oh, I have a lot of brain, so I should do something. So then I tried to get a job. More than it, consulting and everything flying and everything down. So I moved back to Sonoma County, and then my friend said, Paul, go back to do the cooking for us. And then they start do cooking, do catering, and then they end up teaching classes as a Santa Rosa Junior College. And then I was pretty good, because I don't want a full-time job. I want to do, still do engineering consulting, and then I still start teaching Thai cooking classes, and I'm really successful with it. And then they say, oh, you want to be full-time? No, I said, I don't want to do full-time. I want to do just the part-time, just, the hiring spot, you know, because I want to educating people just to do specific class for the adult, education. So I did pretty good. I did for good 10 years. Here and there, taking class, I got a lot of good feedback. And now I went to open the restaurant. And the restaurant failed when I doing pretty well too because I got recognition because of my cooking skill. So when the COVID come, eat it my restaurant, so I quit on that. So now my friend had diabetes. I end up with the diabetes. So then I create the diabetes, the education. So I start digging, learning all kind of things. So that with all about my background is pretty solid. I can do knowledge, I can do engineering, I can do practical, I can do process. So I have a lot of tools for my technical side. Okay, this is who I am. Now this is my culinary work. So I teach it, it's individual that teaching classes as a Santa Rosa Junior College, which is I do all of the program that for the for the adults that and one day a week. So most of my class it usually it takes 3 hours that you have to learn what today we're going to do. I give them some education and about aspect of Thai food, and then I'll talk about the ingredient that we're going to use. It take about 10-20 minutes of lecture, and then we go to the class that we're going to do the 2.5 hour. My format is to make the student believe my food is good, so I do the demo in class, every dish. So what they do, they see it, they smell it, and then they have to taste what I do, step and sequential. They know that they taste my food. So they like the food usually because they see it, they smell it, they taste it. And then they have to give me a feedback. All the students, everyone, I go to one by one with them. I say, what are you tasting? What you detected? Because everybody have different palates. So sometimes you got it right, sometimes you got it wrong, but now you see it, you smell it. I told you what I get it, so they get the same model. This is the student will get it. I call it this part it open up your palate. So they all the students okay now understand how to take the food, sweet, sour, salty, buttery, blah blah blah. Which one come first, which one come last, and which one still linger in your throat. That's a lot of things going on in one class with it 3.5 hours. And most of my class they have to do 4 fundamental things in Thai cooking. You're going to do salad, stir fry, curry, and soup. Any of those that I pick it out for the student, they within 3.5 hours they will master on those to get out of it. So they have to be in groups, so then we make friends out of it. So if most of the students in my class, they bring their own friend, or if they don't have friends, we put them into the group, work together, and see how it goes. And then what they do, they don't have to prep this. I just show them how to prep, and then I prep ahead for them. So then we got all the ingredients, the same ingredient, and then they have to cook. So they see the sequential, the step, how I make, and they're going to duplicate what I do with the same ingredient. And then I go around and to assist it and to taste their food. And then they will learn how to balance it. They will learn how to balance the taste. So if something you overshot the runway, how you pull it back. It's too sour or it's too salty, it's too sweet. What kind of thing you do to balance to balance the taste to where the have simultaneously effects, boom, 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 sweet, salty, sour, buttery, lingo, spice, those kind of things. They have to be able to detect everything. And I go to every group of mine. So that's why they like my class, that they take the whole thing. Most of the time they come back, take 2, 3 classes, different recipe. So and then mostly they get it in. It become naturally into the system. So I do wine, food and wine pairing, but I don't do them that much because I it's too complicated for to set up to all this. It become political. So then I said no, I don't want to do that. And then I opened a restaurant, and then I pretty good. My restaurant is doing very well. When the COVID come, they eat it up because it's suddenly you sell from 100% down to 20%. You can't go on. So and then I got a lot of invite from organization. They go giving the cooking demo, talking about Thai food, those kind of thing. And this is usually all the food that out there that my creations. This is Bangkok food. This is my food. Okay, it's all different. It's all pretty tasty and very healthy. Okay, here here are the doctor. I call them my guru. So it's all these people they are from YouTube. So usually I study them one by one to see what kind of teaching style they taught. Will I be able to understand? More of the time I understand them, but more of the thing it useful for diabetic, but they go to the medical route to do that. It's strictly I pick only the version that involve diabetics, you know, or diabetes, those kind of thing. So then I will study them probably several a ton of video that they put it out to understand. Okay, what they talk about, this, that. It's just almost the same when you go to the medical school, study this section, that section, that section. But for me, I only searching for involved with the diabetic or involved with the biologies uh, that how the body function, those kind of thing, and then what is really like a how your liver function, how all these things, what is disease, those kind of thing. See the big three guru that I follow a lot is Dr. Stant Edward. That he explained it pretty clear about a lot of things that more like how your body function and what is true or what is not true. And then if you get confused, you read it all these the comment, and then if not certain, then you find another doctor and to see what they say the same thing, but usually they say the same thing, but using different words. That pretty much. And then Dr. Pradeep, I think he the best to explain, you know, you go to the level of how your really body functions. The doctor, because he go to really to where the molecular level, um, mole, the level that I can understand. Oh, how it did function. Like you got gut leak. What happened inside your body, and that those kind of more technical, more understanding. If you want to go to the molecular molecule, the nuclear, Dr. Peter Osman is explained very clear, very detailed, but very difficult, but you'll be able to understand it. You have some blackout, the science blackout, you will understand it. Because like you talk about CoQ10, those kind of thing. But just watch 2, 3 videos, you probably understand him, and then after that, Sometimes it's too way too deep. You don't want to go there. You should take only a few things that going to help you. Like for me, I take a little few things. Dr. Jason Fong is pretty good too. Dr. Robert, Jason Fong. I believe he's Chinese. He do a lot of diabetic. He had a lot of diabetes patients. So they like so, and Dr. Robert Larkin did. He's another one that talk on pretty good detail, good understanding, helping you understand a lot of things. And the little bit they have good stuff, but you have to look into it what they, because every doctor they are, I pick the different one, because I went into probably 30 40 of the doctor and take it out, and this is what I get, and then this is pretty much, and then they have the Thai group doctor that I can understand more if I get confused, because when they speak in Thai, so I understand them. Okay, and we do another Thai set, the doctor. This is another set of the doctor that they follow, but some they do, some even they try to sell their product, so I skip that kind of thing. I tell people, oh, he sell this, but for me, I just skip because I don't. My purpose is to learn what these people talking about, and then that their specialty, and you will see if good or no good. Sometimes they got a lot of information you have to get from them, because you cannot make it up. So you get it from them. Oh, yeah, this is kind of data. You go to all these institution, nutrition. Like a Mayo Clinic, that kind of thing. I get some information, but not all that. Mostly I get this real doctor. So okay, this is what their specialty. You go in there and study what they're talking about. And you have a Thai doctor that I follow, several Thai doctor. They're good at it, because you have food doctor, you have health healer, whatever, and everything is good for learning process to understand, you know, biology, medical, those kind of things that it exists in, YouTube education, YouTube videos. So you take them as an education. That is this is my doctor, my guru. I will call. They know what they're doing, and now you have to learn it from them, and then you take that and implement it in your what you're going to do. Like in my case, is diabetes, to cooking diabetic food. That's what I'm to do. That's what I'm up here to do. So hopefully you learn something that I don't. I just want to make sure. Oh, I don't make up data. I don't do that. I got guru. I follow the guru. Okay. Now your well-being and industry create that where you stand, literally where you stand, because all these. They are here to help you, but you got to pay the money. You know, you have to have the healthcare industry that they control a lot of things in your. You you have to do this, you have to do that, you have to do that, and then the insurance either pay or not pay for you those kind of drug. It's everything is it either hinder you or help you. Okay, if you have to learn, understand them a little bit more, but seem to be the more politic. So you could, for me, I stay away from it. Try to help myself and that I could. Like pharmaceutical. All these things that will do that, promoting that drug, but it, sometimes the drug is not suit for you. Like for me, I don't do statin. It's terrible for me. I got ache and pain and muscle ache. I try one and that's it. I say, oh, my body cannot take it. That's what learning to I have to understand the diabetics, and then I don't want the pill, so I do more research. And the food industry, they don't care. They just want to sell to you. Junk food, especially, hidden sugar, all these kind of things. You have to read into it. For me, I'm in the industry, so I understand what they try to do, and my job is try not to eat, get something else better for your body, so you will live longer, or you will live without pain. And then you got a health department, food safety, those kind of thing. In my cooking class, you will learn that some of the basic, how to avoid all these like toxin, all these contaminations, rotten food, allergy, those kind of things. We will go through that a lot. And then you have to understand FDA, USDA, those kind of things, the implementation, those kind of things. We go through that simple a few that to understand who doing what. And sometimes if we're going to go into leading the label, you have to understand those kind of thing. And now they have a new label coming out, so how they give you information. A lot of things change, so it's going to be in it part of the theory in the cooking. So, and now you see a lot of controversy between the expert and the PhD and the doctor, whatever it is, whoever want to sell something, they will say something good. Like in my cooking, like a very big controversy is the oil, canola oil. So if you do the cold pressed canola oil, even though it come from the seed, but you have to go a little bit deeper. Seed pork or flowers from the flower, seed from the flower. You think it's different or you think it's the same? So if we go talking about to that, because I read a lot of the PhD and listen to all the controversy that they put it on YouTube, and then they say, oh, make sense and not make sense, and then they go to the manufacturing people, say what they do, how they do it, and you think you have to make your own decision what it do. Okay, but for me, you come down with the two oil that I use, you know, if I'm going to stir fry, or I can use a extra virgin olive oil. If you're going to do fry, you cannot do the extra virgin, like a pan fry, deep fry. You cannot do that because it's smoking point problem. Because when you go over smoking point, you burn, it becomes toxic, and then you have to throw your food away. But if you pour, what do? You try to scrape it out and eat those things, and that without knowing it, that's poison. It's become toxic. Okay, and the supplement pill that I don't do, I will do only the herb. You know, like bitter gourd. It's so bitter I cannot take it to my mouth fresh. So I buy the pure, that they already extract for you and eat for your kidney. To if you have kidney problem, that kind of thing. Anything bitter, it will go in Thai medicinal way. That everything is bitter. It go to your help your kidney and help your or get rid of toxin. So that is different. The medical, nutrition, culinary, and knowledge is have to combine all of it in order to understand them. Okay. Now you have to understand the food digestion system. So this is begin to coming from all these doctor, from research that I do, and then I digest it, and to put it where the simple that people like doesn't have, science knowledge or not a doctor, those kind of things. That is just normal people, regular people that you can easily understand. This is, I think, I did the best I could, but I think you can understand it. When you eating the food, right? whatever you go in there, you're going to go to digestion. Digestion is breaking down all your food. You know, you get all kind of things, and then it gets to move to the small intestine for the absorption, to that your nutrient to go into the blood system. So to go to all your body to help you out. And then after that, it will go to like a fermentation, the solid state that come out your poop. So it usually take 48 hours for one meal you take, you know. Like after you eat a day or two, probably second day you can smell whatever it is come out. Sometimes the digestion, like you eat something bitter, you know, like broccoli, those kind of thing, or raw broccoli, you can smell it after that 48 hours in your system. So we go a lot of that into when we go into the digestive system. This is very, very important to understand it. And this is what when the food going in, right? And three things that your body going to want to get it: the protein, carbohydrate, and fat. And you know the carbohydrate you got glucose and then going to send that to make the energy that you can move your hand, move your finger, or puppy, having sex, whatever it is. And then the protein become amino acid. And then that what you want to look good, you want to build your body, you straighten up your bone, those kind of thing. And then glyceride is going to come in that the fat is going to make your hormone, cholesterol, those kind of thing that the body have to make it for you. Okay, that the important that the food digestion system. I hope you understand it. I think I can do it brief, and then if when you go to the Leo actual lecture on those sections, you will understand more. This is I want to give you a highlight of all of it. Now you know people when you walk around you see people, oh, he's giant, he's huge, his stomach is big. But actually there are three types of body fat. The fat one is your liver that cause you a lot of problems because liver fat that is accumulate a lot of sugar in your liver, and that you got problem with that, so you can have the you know liver disease, those kind of things that it is come from sugar. Then you have the the visceral fat. It the fat it they call all the belly fat. This is inside you, internal, and it was usually come from cortisol, stress, those kind of thing that you create. You didn't realize that, oh, you stress, you work too hard, you work too much, you didn't make a lot of money, blah blah blah. So all your loved one die, and it become stress, and that is going to create the visceral fat in your system, in your gut, and that going to cause, you know, the cholesterol effect that you got a lot of high cholesterol, you got all those things. Because I thought, oh, I eat good food, blah blah blah, and thinking suddenly I got a cholesterol because my loved one just passed away, so I got upside down, those kind of thing, and then that would come, and then subcutaneous sub, and then you got big butt fat that they call. You see all the fat start hanging out sideways to your body. So that insulin resistance, you can understand these three things. And then if you have any of those, and then the pill come, pharmaceutical, you have the doctor will say, oh, you have high cholesterol, you have to take a cholesterol like a statin, like a, high cholesterol. And then they say, afraid your heart going to stop, you got a heart attack, then they give you aspirin, those kind of thing. And then if you have a high blood pressure, then they give you metformin. If you have your high blood pressure, they get lisinopril. So more additive statin it give me a lot of problem. I quit after I take one pill. I said no, my body didn't take it too strong. And then lisinopril, what happened is it's going to make you become, the I don't know, should I say it? Erectile dysfunction. Because the more you take, the more your pee is start shrinking and doesn't feel anything because the blood pressure, no blood pump into your pee, and that what you become impotent or you can't get it on. So that's the problem. This is the body fat. It can metabolically ill. Okay, that we understand that we're going to. How do I correct that? That what we're going to do? All this by food. Okay. Now the digestion system, or gut leak. What happened? You have to understand a little bit of that when you eat the food. What you have it in there, you get in there. You got, the you got all the nutrient going in. It's all good, but when your system is failing, inside your intestine, it's failing. So this is a little bit complicated, but I think you can understand easily because it is you got a bloodstream there. This every all the nutrient after it's absorbing in go to the bloodstream, and that is going to carry out to all your body. That's why metabolic syndrome, metabolic illness, it go everywhere in your organ. So this is easy to. I'm going to just show you all this much, and then when we go more detail on your on these sections to make sure you understand what it means. Because the minute you eat food, all these in all the gut lining is doing all the work, protecting, absorbing, those kind of thing. And then when they do that, they're going to pass into everything go into the bloodstream that in your nutrient that they go over it. And then the gut leak, that what is the biggest thing, it comes from food poisoning, you know, come from like gluten. The people have gluten intolerance because what happened was the gut lining is, supposed to protect all these, you know, all these pathogen, food allergy, all these preventing from go to bloodstream, but they got damaged because of you got so many toxins in your system that you never get rid, and now you get all these liner become problem. It become smaller, become bigger, is uh, whatever is irregulars, and then you see the opening that the cataract is supposed to line up tiny, but now you have opening. Then you got a toxic, and then it go into your bloodstream, and that what you start getting cancer. You start getting all kind of weird in your system, because everything the blood it connect it to your brain. It tell you, okay, either I have this much or I have that much, or do I need more food? It go into a lot of things. Go to your body. And in this class, you will know what to eat, what not to eat. Okay? Because we will go to that when the cooking sections. Okay? Now the good thing coming. Diabetic food, this kind of thing. So what happened was this, every organ in your body is connected, and it is come from your food, the eating. You got to eating. What what kind of food you eat for bone, what kind of food you eat for muscle, what kind of, you have a gum disease, you got a brain, all kind of thing. That's why all the nutrition people try to sell you or supplement those kind of thing. So you understand that everything is a metabolic syndrome that can be anything went wrong in your system. That's a lot of work. You see that? But if you good food, that's what you need to really maintain, make sure your system is good. You see, first thing you have to know is the nutrition value. Okay, the nutrition value because you have data, you have all the people, put it out, try to sell, you eat it, how much calorie you have, blah. That's why when in the section you got to learn, your cooking part, you got to learn how to read them. Okay, and what did that mean to you? Okay, and you have to know basic digestion system. We already passed through that, and then you will hear more after we go into this is because this presentation is just to let you know what is in the presentation, the whole thing about reversing diabetics. So the sections, selection, quality, ingredient. Sometimes the ingredient that you see, oh, I go fishing myself, oh, I can eat them raw, but you don't know. You have pesticide, you have all kind of neurotoxin you don't know. You have to learn how to do them, clean the system, cleaning your food, vegetable, fish, whatever it is. So in the cooking section, going to be in there. All right, and then you have to maintain the nutrition value while cooking. That's what I was talking about, the garlic, the allicin. So the technique that you use to cook them, you want to keep the your enzyme, amount of enzyme as much as you could, if not lose too much during the cooking process. Okay, and then the portion of food intake, because sometimes you turn, if the good food, you turn to be overeating. So you eat. So the technique, you eat until you feel full, you stop. And don't worry, don't wait. You say, oh, you're going to wait your food, blah, blah. If the food is good, you save for tomorrow. But if not good, just throw it away. Don't say, oh, I already paid for it. Or I want to eat it. That, I think, is a mistake. Just throw. Or you keep it for tomorrow and you stop for that meal to that meal. You have to stop when you feel full. Okay, the nutrition, the menu, the weekly plan. This is going to be the people who take class with me. So how I do them, because I will set it up the class to where okay, we have 1 week or you have 1 month, whatever, one times a week, and then we're gonna go in to audit what kind of rotation of the food, literally. The food you're going to eat, you eat fish, you eat chicken, you eat all those things. You got to rotate your protein and your vegetable, and then on your herb and spice, what kind of thing that you use, because most of the foreigner doesn't know Thai herb and spice, because the Thai herb is huge, it's big selection what it's for, because we don't do like the Chinese use animal part, the Thai use herb. That's the difference. The Indian use, spice. So pretty much the Thai is mainly herb cooking. Okay. The reason I say know about your carbohydrate, because the carbohydrate, especially, you have to really understand this one, because the carbohydrate is the same thing as sugar. Depend how much you eat, what kind of process you use into. Okay, because you still have to eat to balance the digestion system. You want to take that, have fiber, carry the waste out of your system. Okay, and then you have those things to increase the bacteria inside your intestine, good bacteria. Because the good bacteria are going to eat bad bacteria, and you're going to convert, prebiotic, probiotic, you know, from them. This is carbohydrate. The thing that you eat it in is a prebiotic. Then you eat something that fermented, that probiotic. And yeah, and then you got postbiotic. If you don't eat, you don't have these two, so you don't have postbiotic. Postbiotic is really the one that running your system. Okay, this is the fiber. Fiber can do a lot of things. Okay, fiber can reduce the fiber. It can reduce diverticular states. Diver. Yeah. The fiber can improve your immune function, lower your glycine, manage weight loss, control food sugar, prevent colon cancer, lower cholesterol level, you know, normalize the bowels movement, those kind of thing. And then the vegetable you eat, that's the fiber that come from vegetable, you know. And now the vegetable you eat, you need to eat them because it will stimulate metabolism energy. You know, got vitamin, you got fiber, you got mineral, you got digestion. You digest slower, you know, health in fiber, high in fiber and nutrition, low glycemic, you know, sustain energy, stimulate energy, you know, metabolism energy. That's what you need. That what is carbohydrate is. And then you have the carbohydrates in starch. The starch is the most thing that, you know, human eat, you know, because it's cheap, like rice, like flour, like all those kind of things. It's cheap. So, but it help digest it quickly, you know, low in nutrients, high glycemic index, low high fiber or nutrients, high blood glucose, empty calorie, you know, raise blood sugar. But you see, they like to serve you stuff like bread. Bread even worse because they add more butter, more fat in there into system, and then they add sugar in there. Some don't, some do. They add preservative. It's not a healthy thing to eat. Okay, and that it cause you a lot of problems, leaky gut, for example. And then this is the thing that you have to avoid because it doesn't really do good to your system because the people eat them because it's cheap. But you still have to eat them some, but as much as you could, you have to eat the fresh one that is not already make it into food like bread. So like you have baked potato, it's fine, but you can't eat the whole thing. You get half of it, or you eat a quarter of it, each meal that you do. So to get the nutrient into the system. The prebiotic food and its benefit. That's what we're going to talk about it now. We're going to talk about it a little bit more, you know, the benefit of prebiotic. You know, you got a good bacteria going in, support bacteria goals, you know, those kind of things. And then you improve your digestion. You enhance prebiotic or long-term for the long-term survival to improve your bowels, you know, and to enhance your immune system. That's why you eat food. You eat good food. You eat fresh food. You cook yourself. That's the best to do. Now you're going to talk about probiotic. This is a lot of things when I grew up. My mom always said, you cannot eat this much. They're no good for you. They're fermented. Well, after I dig into this, when I got diabetes, oh wow, I miss a lot of it because I always eat good food. I don't eat pickle. I don't eat dog. It's not my thing. But I have to learn when I discover you got diabetes. This is a probiotics food. It has its benefit. It's a lot of benefit. This one you cannot live without it. That's why in my class, it will be the Thai version of probiotic. You like shrimp paste, like all this kind of food that why it's delicacy and why it's good for your system, why you have to eat them, you know, eat to fight antibiotic, you know, it your antibiotic resistant. It to promote the mood, make you smile, you don't have too much of the emotion problem, that kind of thing, and strengthen your immunity. That what because the good bacteria going in and eat bad bacteria, and healthy hair, skin, you look a little better. Then you support your liver function. That's what it's going to. Liver it has a lot of bacteria, so we got good bacteria probiotic. We could help eat it out your liver performance. Okay, and then to fight the toxic pathogen. This is a lot of things. It have to do with the kidney. That what we have to do that, and promotion help cholesterol, because this thing it go to help with cholesterol to cut it down the fat really. The more you eat this, because usually it's sour, you got all these things, and help improve the skin irritation. So after I eat a lot of these, I don't have rash that much anymore. And then my body reverse a lot. I don't have, like the spring right now. I have problem with the allergy with the glass blooming. It blooming right now. I don't sneeze. I don't have, the watering eyes. I say, wow, something weird. My throat is clear. So is apple cider vinegar that I create that drinks for before meal, and it's really helpful. Okay, and this thing, the probiotics, is to help your digestion system and then fight antibiotic. Okay, is useful because eat it. You go in Thai, they have a lot of it, like a, and then in Japanese, like a kimchi, that kind of thing, and then natto, that kind of thing. All these things is good. Anything is fermented is good. Kefir, those kind of thing. Okay, we're going to learn that in the cooking session. Postbiotic food. If you don't have prebiotic food, probiotic food, you will not have probiotic food. This is a part of the process that's going to help you. So the prebiotic is antiviral, because after that, this is your system created postbiotic. So it become antiviral because with your system good, you see viral, this like a cold, like all this COVID, it will eat it up, it kill them. Okay? And then anti-inflammatory, like your liver, if you have so much problem, your liver is not function, your gut is not function, you got, inflammatory, inflame inside you. So the postbiotic food is going to come in and help you, because that is nutrient that have, bile, all those things go into your system. It's going to help you out. So, and then antibacterial, like you got bacteria that you get it from chicken, you get salmonella, that kind of thing. Antibacterial, these good, healthy things going to go in and kill them, eat them, destroy them. Okay? That done by postbiotic food. And then anti-cancer, you go in, intercept with that cancer, and then they killed it. If you don't have this, your body system is not going to function well. That's why you get all these kind of weird thing in your system. Okay, if you have good food going in, gluten nutrition, you got good probiotics, it's going to be thing that God protected you, from a lot of things. And then you have to do the anti-diabetics. So you help with your insulin resistance, regulate your blood sugar better, because your liver function better, they regulate your body temperature because you eat spice, all those things. If you don't get cold easily, you know, because they go in, you have a cold, your body will create a cold, thing in your, it always create the cold from the fat, and then now you got irregularity to reduce the you do the cold from the fat to where you don't keep it out too much cold, regulate your body temperature. And then you have the insulin production because your pancreas will create your insulin production to where you eat the food, you all those things, and then create the beta thing, the beta cell to where the interception of the insulin. If your liver cannot function that well, cannot generate that well for beta thing, then you have to do the insulin chart. That is, you go the next step that you have to do. But I don't have to go that far. After I leave it in 6 months, I don't have any symptom any of those. I don't get hot reach. You know, you don't have body temperature getting so hot or so cold. It's normal. You know, regular body temperature. You know, easily to maintain that 25 Celsius or 70, 75 degree Fahrenheit, those kind of things, that you stay consistent room temperature, literally. Okay, that is probiotic, the most important, okay, for these diabetics people. So this is when you go to the cooking, where the cooking classes, cooking sessions, we go to talk about these FDA new labels about sugar content. So we're gonna go into the detail to where okay, what they were talking about, and really actually how much sugar in there. This is the label that we're going to talk about, so we truly understand when you budget your food. So you will know how much you take the sugar, that much, this much, and really because everything is kind of I created this is what I like. I created that's why the FDA have to come in to control it because they want you to report it what you put it in there. And do they have the do they have how much is dietary fiber in there? You have protein, you have vitamin. Now they want you to put in there the iron and potassium, everything that affects your body, and total carbohydrate, cholesterol, those kind of things. So we're going to go more detail on that to take a good look at it. Really, how much in your system in 1 teaspoon and 1 tablespoon, those kind of thing. Because more of it, like a diabetes people organization, they come up with something, or the Heart Association come up with something, but we have to learn to understand what they say. Are they cooperative, more the thing not, some is good. And then what data and what year they come out. When I was doing researching on really when the diabetic start, at what point at A1C start, at what did 8.0 or 10.0 or 10.9 or 6.5, because every year, the longer they go, the lower they get, the more med you can go, you can sell, those kind of thing. It's kind of, for me, kind of, I have to go deeper in that to really explain it if the student asks. That's how I do, and I start digging. So I found a lot of good thing in there that, okay, how so is what they say. That what usually when they do research, how so is what they say. True or not true or false. You try to sell me the product, or you try to help me, or you have to hinder me, or what is it? So you have to dig to understand it. Okay? Fat can spike your blood sugar. That it never come across my mind. I asking my doctor. He said, oh, I don't know the teacher. Okay, never mind. Let me dig. So then when I dig to all those things about the nutrition facts, so I come across this, and then I start digging. Oh, how true, not true? Because this is. Then I start to go to all these medical sites that they write the paper, those kind of thing, and then you all know the bio. Oh, it's true. Nobody lie. I think, but because I see so many people saying some different, some copy, some all those things, but I say, oh, it had to be true to where okay, the fat can spike the blood sugar, and then I read into it, oh, small amount, small amount of saturated fat is going to turn to sugar. That's why they have to put the label in the new thing is saturated fat, trans fat. The trans fat it works, the saturated fat. They still have to put it in there because how many percent, and then that can convert to sugar. And then the high cholesterol, blood sugar, the high blood sugar contribute to high blood sugar, cholesterol. That is directly straightforward because the fat can change that because cholesterol it could become glucose, the more you eat, and that become your blood sugar getting higher. If you have high cholesterol, the lipo, that can cause the problem. And then we talk about protein. One half change to sugar. And the more you eat a lot of, carbohydrate, protein, extra protein, fatty food, all these going to turn to sugar. Carbohydrate going to be in a half an hour after eating. The glucose is 3 to 4 hours after eating. All these things is going to change everything. Make you look into the label differently and look deeper and try to understand them. So we will go on that, I think, in the sugar section, that why it comes that way, why people talking about that, doctor talking about that, the nutrition talking about that. So we're going to go into it. This is another thing that I have to put it in here to the diabetic people should know, because the hidden sugar on the label, because they will not tell you unless you really understand what it means, the word, the complication word, the word that you have to open the dictionary. The student doesn't understand it, then you have to go to the medical section or whoever wrote the paper, and then you all understand what you're talking about. So, that's the nutrition fact that we're going to learn how to use it, like a part of me, is, they tell you, oh, that, but where to use it, the sweet sugar that uses in artificial sweetener, the sweetener, you say it's safe, but they're not safe, there's sugar in there, right? Because they convert those kind of things, they add it in there into the system, and it's become sugar, the food. And then modified food starch, especially, the corn syrup, sugar. The corn syrup is pure sugar, pure glucose. It's the highest of thing that convert to sugar. Okay, starch convert to sugar. Easter gum. All this. Oh, the name was so wonderful. But the Easter gum, what do they mean? The ingredient it come from the natural raisin, but it have a glycerol. Easter gum. It had sugar in it. The glycerol by abitate, or I don't know. Is the sugar, pure sugar too. The amino acid, is converted to sugar too. because they have the name. They change the name to Pinilaleni because I think that is I don't know how to pronounce this correctly, but it's everything is sugar because that's why the FDA make them put in there, and then now you have to go into the ingredient to where what are the things that they put in there and what did it mean? Is it sugar or not sugar? Food starch, food starch. What is that? Food starch, started sugar, but food starch where they make it from, you know, sugar cane. Or they make it from something else, you know, corn syrup, you go from corn and all those kind of things. So you have to understand that, and then you can avoid it. You know, you don't have to eat them. You can eat something else to make sure your body doesn't take in your system. Too much crap in your system, then it's difficult for you to reverse the diabetes. Okay. This is a NOVA. They call NOVA, Nova. I don't know where it's the NOVA food certification. It's the system that the University of Sao Paulo created in Brazil from 2009. So it's very, very useful for you to understand, for you to quit eating junk food because this is really something that you need to know because mostly people don't understand that the food, you know, food is the food. Well, it's food is there. That the food is the food. That's the food. And then when you eat it, and then when you got disease, that what the food do it to you. Watch out. Those kind of things. That understand it a little bit. So, you know, the process, minimum processed food. That means it's raw ingredient, fresh ingredient. So you probably don't have to do much, or you prep, you clean, all those kind of things. And then you have the process, culinary ingredient. This is a lot of people don't understand that. I was not aware of it because I know what it is, but I never know that they have the word for it. Processed culinary ingredient. That means your oil, your fish salt, your sugar, your chocolate, whatever the minimum process that they use, it doesn't change the dynamic of the food. Then they say, okay, processed food. Now you start making cheese, you start making all these fermented food, you starting all kinds of things that came there from ingredient. So that's what usually people eat is processed food that you do it yourself. Okay? You use all those unprocessed and processed culinary ingredient that make your meal. And the ultra processed food, that's what make people sick. And you have to understand that that product that have sugar added, have high fructose, mass products, you know, saturated fat, less nutrition, whatever you name it, they don't care. What they want a product like a cracker for you to eat. So you don't have nutrition, you don't have nutrient, you all these things is cause you problem, cause you gut leak, cause you all kind of thing because this food we don't call them food. That's why we call junk food. Junk food, I mean, it have no value, but people love it because it's cheap and they can eat the thing that's the food. And then suddenly, when you're 25 years old, you have diabetes, you have heart failure, you have kidney problem. Get all you eat is junk food, like all you can afford. And if you learn how to cook Thai food, you know, everything is cheap, very cheap. Vegetable is cheap. You can buy your meat at Costco, you wholesale, you come in, you clean, you prep, and then you refreeze it. You can do all those kind of things. And then vegetable very cheap, and that what you want. You want a cauliflower flower, like I mean cauliflower uh, vegetable, the green vegetable. That what you want. You want to buy fresh. And when you eat, if you can eat fresh, eat really good. If you want to cook, eat short time that you can cook like a stir fry or blanch into thing to get it, and you want them well. So you have it this, and that what they talk about you. If you understand this, then when you do the cooking or when you living your life, I think it's easier to where you don't have to fear that if I eat junk food, what punishments I go to get, you know, those kind of thing. If you are in the culinary world, you have to know this. They know mostly people know they work in the restaurant, but sometimes, if the people work on the floor, all these things in the cook, they may not know. If your boss should know, because you have to pass the test to understand what it is. But I put only one section out here to deal to for you to understand it. You know, food that means protein, like chicken, pork, whatever is protein, right? And then you have acid like your lime juice, coffee limes, or those kind of sour. Okay. Or then you have a time is how long you put it out in the air, take it out to start to prep or to leave it on your table, how long, and then at what temperature. If your house is so hot, 80-degree, you see how long you can put in there before it become toxic, become bacteria grow. That's what we're talking about. And then you packet, you have the oxygen, you know, and then you have the moisture. That's why in the restaurant you have to check if the thing, the package is open or the package is looking really old or your canned food is just about to explode, those kind of things. So you cannot use that, you cannot eat that because it's already contaminated. So that's what they call FATTOM, FATTOM. We talk about food, acidity, time, temperature, oxygen, and moisture. You know, if you have the oxygen, your container broken, even though in the freezer, but the oxygen are in there. Even in the freezer, you will see the bacteria. You put it in there in the freezer, you start seeing the mold too, because it contained it in there. But in the refrigerator, go fast. It's 1 week. But less than that, if your temperature was not correct, you know, between 41 and 35 in your refrigerator. So usually the refrigerator, for me at my house, I put it 41, okay? Because you open and close constantly. And then in the restaurant, it's 37 degrees. So that's the difference that to maintain because it's more volume, more light, but you need more cold to maintain to where the food doesn't go to hot, raising the temperature. Okay, because the bacteria go between 41 to 140, somewhere there, 135, 140. You know, and the bad bacteria, if you take it out, your food, your chicken, and leave it on the table for 2 hours, and then come in, you try to prep, and then your house is so hot, and then the temperature is hot, you got oxygen, you got moisture inside the meat, it will get rotten real quick. So that what in my class you will learn that, you know, in that section, food section, you will learn that a little bit more because I'm more emphasis to all these anything can be toxic in your system because you don't want that for the diabetes. You want the real good food. That what is important. Since we are talking about food poisoning, you can be food poisoning. And now we talk about nutrition awareness because this is affect your digestion system because you have protein, you have carb, you have fat. That what when you eat, you're gonna get that. And now within that, you're going to know if your food have more, you're eating it now, the more is going to your system and then going to go and destroy the good thing inside your body, in your intestine. The absorption you might absorb the more into your bloodstream, and that will go everywhere in your system. That's why you get, oh, so much heat. I eat that, oh, I got a diarrhea, oh, my stomach cramp, those kind of thing. Now you have a pesticide. You buy all the vegetable, you know, fruit, whatever, you have to wash them thoroughly to make sure that you don't have the pesticide still in the leaf that you don't want to eat on that. Because some people eat them raw. If you stir fry, they will most likely when they get the heat into the system, they disappear. So sometimes you get a heavy metal, like this heavy metal. I want to warn it to people. You cook the food and then you put the foil, you wrap with the foil, and you heat it. You into the you heat it, and then when the heat into the system, you think what the foil will do. It will give up a heavy metal. And especially if you barbecue it, that's the word, because you barbecue for a long time. The foil burn, and what you eat metal. Just be careful of those things. Just try not to let what type of people if they want to grill something for a long time, they wrap with a banana leaf. So you got the flavor, you got all these things, and it's safer than using foil. Okay, and then you have to know that it's sugar add. That's why we have to learn how to read the label. And then the hormone, like if you buy cheap chicken for whatever, just about to go, or fried chicken that they have a hormone in it. That's why the FDA make them, you have to say it have hormone, they have no. More than thing they don't have hormone on it now, but who know? Because you cannot go in and check in their manufacturing or whatever it is. So antibiotics that usually chicken have a lot of that because they mass produce, so they have to do antibiotics. So, and by the time, at what age antibiotic will disappear, we don't know, and if something happened and then the chicken died, so they go to underground and sell to you. You say, oh, it's cheap, I buy it, bring it to me. So that's what you might eat that too, antibiotics. So that's why it's not the food, it's a chemical, antibiotics. So it's not good for your system. And then gluten that what is barley, all these things that goodie that you grow in not part of Asia. They grow in high mountain, those kind of thing. They have gluten, and gluten is going to destroy your gut, because that when you get gut leak, because the gluten cannot digest well, so then they will stuck it in there in your system. It will break your gut liner, and then that what it cause problem. Because mostly people become gluten intolerant, have a leaky gut. Okay, and then GMO, we're going to go through that. The GMO, they are generally cut, and now they have a new thing that they call cross breach between this is sticky rice, this is sticky rice, but a different variety. So they grew side by side, and they let it, they crossbreed together, and then they get a new species. And now you have really good Thai rice. It, do a lot of those things, and now everywhere in Thailand they do that. So looking for, the brown rice, berry like, all those kind of things. It's different. So if you have time, look into it. It's helpful. In my class, we will tell what it is. And then the contamination food. The contamination is hard to detect because you don't know what it is. You don't have thing to really detect it. Only you can touch it, you can smell it, you can see it by your eyes. If this thing contaminated, sometimes you have to study, like dungeon crab, they don't let you harvest a certain time of the year because they have something in the water. The, the crab eating it, and then that become inside the crab. It doesn't kill the crab, but it will kill you if you eat a crab. So that's the difference. It hard that you have to know where the source is, where it come from, and then you will be okay. It's like I'm from Bodega Bay, like nearby me, you know, Pacific Oceans, and which part of Pacific Ocean, you know all this, so it make you feel comfortable. And poor quality ingredient, that means they sell it to you cheap. You see the fidget, you don't see the eye anymore, those things. They still sell it to people. They don't care because only you have to care. So you have to pick really fresh as much as possible. Pay a little bit more, save your tons. Okay? And savory food, savory food. Everything that look good, taste good, and then you eat it, and then you will say, oh, fucking, it's so, oh, excuse me, it's so sweet, it's so good, it's so delicious. I probably get another pound. I eat it anyway. That's going to cause you problem with the diabetes thing, okay? Just be aware of all this. Know what it is. Will you take your chance? Or will you not take your chance? This is it's all up to you. Nobody else can do that for you. Okay? I give it to you to understand it. What did that mean? Hopefully help. All right? Now you know this is a Thai cooking techniques. Why Thai food is so good, so delicious, so healthy? Why? Because the food is come from mostly the recipe it come from the barefoot doctor, which is old ancient time, like a Buddhist time, 2,500 years ago that they wrote it in, people wrote it on the Bible in the Sanskrit, not the Bible, to understand, because Buddha gets sick, they have the guy that take care of him, and this kind of food is coming in. If you know how to read Bali and Sanskrit, so you will understand more. But for us, we already translate to Thai, so we know a lot more, and we have a lot of barefoot doctors. You don't go to hospital. Those people, when they know you're sick, you don't have money, you need help, they bring all these medicinal things and cook the food for you. Like if you get cold, you know, they will, the first thing they will cook for you, everybody have to eat it, you know, chicken lemon grass soup, and then the real chicken soup with the broth of have the chicken, have a herb, have spice into it. The flavor is so good. That way, we know a lot of food. So the first thing we were talking about when you do cooking class with me, or you learn how I do my food, is first thing you will do aroma. You want the food to smell so good, so you can eat calling people to go, oh, come, this is the good food here. When you put in your mouth, you can see, you can savor the flavor, and you see the texture. Oh, they're not falling apart like American cooking vegetable. They cook until it's dead, so you don't want to do that. And then the taste is have to be complex, simultaneous effects. And then you finish it up. You have to present it nicely, look good, smell good, and then you taste good, and you feel so good with that meal. Okay, the presentation, you have to finish it up. You did that. That means the last thing you're going to put in there, like herb, like something that could kick, but it all healthy, not something that I add like I add oil, a little bit of oil. I want to smell the olive oil, those kind of thing in my curry, those kind of thing. No, you don't want to do that. And then presentation, it is your own. I always tell my student, you use your insight, artistic. So all you want to do is three color at least. Contrast, contrast 3 color. Okay, and then after that you do a compromise, you do this, that, and then geometry, those kind of things, and bring it out from your own, and then you can present it to your friends. Okay, here my food look good, smell good, and taste good. Hey, come and eat my food. So more I teach a lot of chefs that they come to learn how to balance the taste, how to do proper Thai food. And I see them development, went to the restaurant, say, oh yeah, you improve. Those kind of things. They say, thank it to you. You just teach me how to do that. I say, oh, you have the restaurant before, long before me. I say, yeah, but we didn't go through like you do. Okay, thanks for that. What they say, okay. Now, if you're interested, let me know because I can set up the class for you. I can do all kind of things. Now I try to do online, so wherever you are, I can teach you. You know, you pay some fee for me to buy the ingredient to show you, and then I will send you whatever you need to do, and then we do it online, cooking simultaneously. So this way you can do it. Because if you in Russia or in somewhere else, we can do that in Thai cooking where you know the thing where internet. So I can do in English, Thai, some Spanish, but I got to have help my helper help me with it. I know a lot of Spanish. I know a lot of culinary word in Spanish. So if I do in Spanish, I will some English, some Spanish together and have my friend to do translation. If you have a question that I didn't understand, so let me know because this thing nobody have it at diabetic food, so you can put it in your restaurant. You will get a lot of attention because I'm not going to have another restaurant, so I'm done with. I'm going to just leave it for the teaching, so to get people, you know, stay away from the trouble with the diabetes. That's my goal. Okay. So in Thai cooking, you know, a lot of people say, "Oh, how much do you put in there? How much do you put in this? How much you? Oh, you because you know already. We want to know how much it is." All my class, I tell my students, don't worry about that. Oh, how much you put in there? So I say, how much you want to eat, and they will say, "Oh, how do I know it's good food?" But if you come to my class, you see, I can, you see it, you smell it, you taste it, whatever you put it in there, we will taste every one of them. And then I give them this before class, which is real measurement in Thai cooking. We don't measure or 1 tablespoon or 2 tablespoons. We say we're not baking the food. We're not making cake. We make curry. So it's different. That's what I told them. This is the science. This is the thing. When this is the thing. When you eat sweet, this part of your tip of your tongue it will taste the sweet. If you taste the salt, it's salty. It go around your tongue this way. If you put the salt right here, you will not taste anything. If you put the salt around here, you will taste it right away. Okay. If you put the salt right here until the saliva take it back to here, you know, then you take the salt. Okay, the same thing as the sour, you go to on the side. The bitterness, this is usually come from the bitter vegetable, or like lemongrass, or some green thing that have flavor of, you know, tartness or those kind of thing. You will taste it when before you swallow. You know, you chew, 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 and then you start putting food back to that. Then you start the bitterness. When you swallow, then you clear. You will taste the bitterness for sure, whatever you put in there. And then the buttery. Buttery is all your tongue is allowed here. Stick it in your tongue. And if you want to get rid of it, Usually, when you brush your teeth in the morning, you have to use the tongue scraper because I do that every day. That's the tongue scraper is the Indian technique. I have the metal tongue scrape when after I brush my teeth, I scrape that the butter will go out. This way, when you taste the food, you will taste a lot more like sweet, sour, salty, but whatever you will taste it. And if you have too much buttery, like you eat milk, you eat cheese, you eat all before that, then you might not be able to understand all the taste. But you scrape it out now, you clear, and then the spice come. The spice come to go allow your lip, allow your tongue. You have to open your mouth to let the heat out of your system. That's the beauty of the Thai cooking. Spicy. Indian doing that, all the spicy Mexican. But the Thai spice is totally different. It have a potential momentum. You go when you start eating, it starts climbing up, slow up, and then we hit the plateau of the spice, and then we stay until whatever amount of spice that you eat, and study slowly coming down. So you know that it's the heat is gone. But sometimes you have so much heat, you have to eat rice, you have to eat bread, whatever you do to take it out of the system. But it's too much spice. You have to put your head lower down and let the saliva coming out to clean it up. Yeah, let the saliva run to clean it up. And then when you swallow, they call lingling. This is only Thai food in the whole world. Only Thai food have it. Nobody else has it. That's the creation of the Thai people. That they know what it means lingling, because lingling that means you chew it, eat it, when you swallow it, and it will stuck around your throat. And whatever you eat in there, the flavor in there stay there 10 to 30 minutes, depending on what you eat. That linger in your soul, you feel good. Oh, that food is so good. That it go into your memory. Oh, that's so good. That good was supposed to be. If you eat Korean food, Chinese food, Filipino food, whatever, they don't have those because the layer that we do, we adding up all these things simultaneously affect, and we a long lasting leave it to you every dish Thai people make. Okay, I'm going to give you the example of this. Like tom kha gai, chicken coconut milk. Okay, a minute, the sequential that you put in there, it doesn't imply to where which one come first, which can come last, because depending on the amount that you put in there. But when you cook, you got to know, which one come first, which can come last. Is that have in my cookbook, that only cookbook that capable to do that, one of the kind. I wrote it that for my students that here you are hand on. So this is what you keep it beside you when you get stuck. You don't have to open the computer. You open your cookbook. That's what it is. When you cook it, you see the picture, okay? You see step and sequential and how to do them, and you see the result, what it's supposed to taste like, okay? It's very, very useful. All my students like those cookbook because one of the kind, nobody doing that. They will write about those. They will say you have to know what are you cooking and what expectation of the taste it should know. Like this one tom kha gai. You see, when you put in your mouth, the sour will come out first because we put the lemon juice or lime juice first and last. That's what you're going to taste, because then you got a little bit of spice coming in. Now you get buttery from coconut milk. This is from chili. This is from coconut milk. And then you got a salty from fish sauce. And then you got sweet is from sugar. The bitterness is from vegetable you put in there. And now you have all the lingual flavor in your mouth, and it lasts 10 to 30 minutes. Sometimes you drive half a mile. I mean, not half the mile. I think 10 mile, 20 mile, your food still linger in your that. And by the time 30 minutes, so you feel so good. This is what you talk about Thai food. That you will learn from that. If you learn from master like me, you will get really, really good command of how to do Thai food, and that will help you a lot. Okay, this is Thai medicinal taste. I haven't seen any chef capable to explain it yet. So I'm the one to explain it. I have explained it for almost 10 years. About this is a book that I read, and this is what is for good relating directly to your body system. Because everything you eat have meaning. It did something for your system. You take the sour that means congestion. You have your nose clog up. You have something sour. It broke it up for you. That the beauty of the Thai medicinal taste. When you got the sweet, you have muscle ache, something like, the tissue problem. If you have diabetes, you have to be careful. If you're not, you can eat some sweet. It will help you out, you know, muscle pain. You don't have that going to aid your muscle pain. And then, you got your knee start popping, tick, 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 making noise. You need some butter thing. So the best thing of all is the coconut milk, you know, or you can eat the coconut meat, those kind of thing. That it go directly to your tendon because that is to help you out loosening it up. Because if you try to do fat from the animal, then it take you forever for it go into your system, you know. And then you know, the salty thing is the skin. When you exercise, it's come out to your skin. That what it is. You have a lot of, you know, in rash, those kind of thing. Usually you eat salt to you got cramp, you eat salt, those kind of thing. All kind of thing that you do. If you know what the taste is, you can read to all these books. It is be in Thai and English. This is in Thai books, and I read both Thai and English to understand the English what they use, the Thai what they use, but some word they not. Then I ask my friend. This is if I say this, will you understand it? And then some they do, some they don't. Then you have to come up with a new word to okay, they understanding. Okay, and then you got bitterness. The bitterness, you know, cucumber, lightly, you the gourd, the bitter gourd, those kind of thing. And then spice, you got chili, you got ginger, you got anything that give you heat to your system. And this is another thing that the healing property, estrogen. This is something you put in your mouth. It's really it's cutting. It doesn't taste right, but that is medicinal. It is a healing property that you have to eat like guava, those kind of thing that they have, olives you have, estrogen thing that what you want to eat to, healing your wound, your property, those kind of thing. It helped a lot. And then you have the brine, it's the urinary system fever reduction, like a watermelon, like a gourd, like a green vegetable, the gourd, like all kind of thing that it have a mild taste, a lot of water, a lot of body, but that what it's about. This is the the blend taste, but it's useful when your body, your kidney generate cannot function, and your body generate a lot of this. You get sick, and you eat something bland, like a soup with this, with gourd, with melon, with that kind of thing. We will go into that when we select what kind of food, and then this is how you cook them, and this is when you need it to doing that. And then they have another remedy, for the organ dysfunction, cold aromatics, something like mints, like like galangas, all these help cooling automatics, because when your body get too much hot, you need to eat something that to cool it down. Even food didn't have, the water didn't help you because the water can digest, disease can digest and become the nutrient and go into your system. Okay, and the biggest thing that the Chinese have that, the Thai have that, the embitterment, embitterment, because when you get the toxic from something, the first thing you want to do is try to, like, you got the toxic, eat something toxic. So now you have to eat, in Thai people, now you have to eat raw. If you cannot find the medicine, you have to eat raw egg, and then make you throw up and they will come out. Or you have to eat some kind of leaf and will make you throw up, or go in and kill it if you then eat that much in there, because everything, sometimes the fruit have you know toxin in there, some poison in there. You don't know. You just eat. You want to try it, but your body doesn't take it. If you go to the hospital, they will clean your stomach. If you don't care, you far away from the hospital, what will you do? You got to get to go to the basic, either egg or some leaf, or ask the local what they use. What they use. Usually they do understand. They do know. The Thai people do know about the medicinal part, what it is, what it not. Especially they don't know, they will take to the old people. The old people will know, like, oh, do what this is what you need, and they will go and pick it up, and you just sit there and chew. And then an hour later or 30 minutes later, you feel better, and then you don't feel that you get toxic. You got it eliminated or doing it, and then now they have a lot of pill, but for me, I don't do that much pill unless I can avoid it, or I can at least to where the okay medicinal part, the Thai herb, Thai spice, whatever it is, and then I will take the pill, because Thailand is one of the best now for the you know medicinal and normal European the Western practice on medical, the medicine. So we good. But for you, you don't want the expense. For me, I don't want the expense. I don't want to deal with what they give it to me. So I better study and doing my own thing. And now I'm living 60 years already. So 60 more years already. So everything will be good. Just stick with the basic, understand what it means, know how to use them. Okay, we will go into that when into the cooking session, cooking part, that we will go through it again and show you the real thing, what it did, what it looked like. Okay, now we're going to deal with the diabetes. You have to define your goal, what it is, uh, what you're going to do, blah blah blah. Because you have no idea, you have no goal, you have nothing. You say, oh, give me pill, I'm taking take it. It doesn't help me. Oh, please help. It doesn't help me because your body have to adjust to the pill, to the system, and if your body reject, what will you do? They change the new pill for you. You got more, cause more damage, help it, help you good, reverse it, but most likely not, because your body will not get used to it. Okay? For me, I don't do those kind of things. So I will do my own thing to help me out. So first thing you want to do is be a self-educated to save yourself. Because the doctor cannot tell you, they're not be with you 24 hours. You screaming on the phone like, oh, what happened? They still cannot tell you unless you pass out. They will bring you with the ambulance to see, and then you wake up and say, oh, what happened? Blah blah blah. Then they give you more pills. They give you all things. They help you. You still alive. So, but the medical bill, okay? Learn how to educate yourself to save yourself. Then you save a lot of bill. So, what you want to do? What for the food intake? How much the food you have to budget it? Yeah, like for me, I drink 2 cups of coffee, I drink 2 cups of tea, and I drink 450 milligrams of 50 milliliters of water. Bottle of water. I take 4 bottles. So that all day I do, and have routine whatever I do, and I feel don't let myself feel thirsty or lack of water in my system. So make sure you got enough. So we will go through that too when we do actual class. So the alcohol consumption. So I'm the big drinker in the whole world. I started when I was 14. When I was 20, that highlight of my life. 2 people, one Macon, we drink it every night. Not every night, Friday, Saturday, Sunday night. Because we have a gang, because we know how to cook, we have the gang. When you have some new ingredient, weird ingredient, like, soft shell turtle or something weird, we will go in there, we create it and drink and talk to friends too, and then help each other discuss, oh, who doing what and how can I help you. Usually I don't have to, we don't have to pay, me and my cousin don't have to, because we cook. And a little bit they bring the alcohol, they bring other things, they pay for the table, those kind of thing. So we have good group and we have good food. We drink with alcohol, food with alcohol is really big in Thailand. Until today, even worse is now you can add more food. Usually when we were students, we don't have a lot of food. We only waiting for free food, and then we create it, and then we don't have to pay for that part. And people who own the shop is a cousin, so we okay for one table. And then sometimes we make too much food. They say, okay, sister, sell them. Sure. And then she just sell them, and then boom, finish. It's good food. Exotic but good. Okay, and then the food portion control, that what you have to learn in this class. You have to know how much you're going to eat in that. For me, I don't count the calorie, I count the portions. You know, easier. You don't have to deal with the calorie. If you eat this much, that much, like a 2 or ½ cup of, cooked rice, or two a cup of stir fry vegetable, okay, and a half pound of meat, those kind of thing. Whatever you cook it in there, you put in there, you count on that. If you try to count calorie, you got headache, and then you will turn you off. This way, okay. Oh, today I'm going to eat this, that much for this meal, that much for this meal. So you got your nutrition balance, and you're not overeating. That's the key, okay? And then the pill management, that's what you have the data. You need to have the data. That means you have to see your doctor and take the lipo blood test. They will come. You will say, oh, what is my A1C? Okay, what kind of pill did you give it to me, and what the pill does to your system. And that what the data, you go like a high blood pressure, you have a high blood pressure, you have a high blood sugar, and then you pick your hand, you take the data, have your blood pressure, you take the data, you have to accumulate that in the long run, at least a month or 2 months, because every time the A1C, it takes about 3.5 months for you to, now they try to do 3 months. I think before there were 4 months. Every 4 months you have to retake those tests. But now they become to 3 months, so they can make more money than what I think. But I don't know what the other people think. So what you do, you have to write in the data in order to compensate or contradict or understand the A1C. That what it count. If they say, oh, your A1C too high, you are diabetic. So that what you want, that data, okay, and then compare to your data. After you take the meal, they can all eat that. If your A1C didn't come down, something wrong. Or if it come down and not expected to, is something wrong. So you be able to understand it, because I will teach you how to lead, how to do them, and I will show you how I did it, okay, to eliminate the pill. That very important for me, but for other people, I don't know. That what I did to me to limit my diabetes. Okay, and then you have to do the IF. You know, some people do 8-16. That means they eat 3 meals a day. You know, for me, I do 18-6. I eat 2 meals a day. Okay, that means helps a lot more, lose more weight. I used to weigh 75, almost 80 pounds. I'm only 5'3". So now I weigh 70 pounds and my skin look better, way better. And when I lose a lot of weight when I do this program. Okay. So, and the exercise I have to add into the system, but luckily I have dog, so I walk the dog all the time. I don't do kickboxing anymore because I get a little bit old, afraid to break my leg, but I can do it. So because we learned them when we were young to protect yourself. So if you need to use it, we do it. So now you have to be motivated because you want to be out of it. I don't want to eat. I don't want pain. I don't want to take the pill. Motivation. You have to do it. You have to be vigorous. Don't. Oh, later. No. You have to do it now, for today, that kind of thing. And you have to be focused, mentally focused, because somebody said this, somebody said that. Oh, I don't know. Maybe, no. You mentally focused. I want to do this. This is I'm going to follow Chef Phant to see how it goes. Most likely you'll be successful because I did it. I'm successful with it. So I have no problem with that. So this is the technique that is show it to you. You take it. You not take it. It's yours. But at least if education for you to understand, oh, this is how he made. You can come up with your own thing, or you can still follow your doctor, taking more pills. That your decision, not me. Okay? And then you have to be the meditation. Why I say meditation? You learn how to do meditate. That means sit still and calm yourself and feel your heart. You breathe in, breathe out, and try to drop the negativity when it comes. Because very difficult to get the people to sit without thinking, because the thinking is 24/7. They think from day one, and they're going to think until you die, thinking, until you die. And you will have, when you live too right, you got a lot of negativity. So how you going to get rid of negativity? That's why the meditation come in. To try to observe your breathe in, breathe out. You're aware of it constantly, and your mind always negativity because it floated in, and you have to learn how to understand that. Oh, that too shall pass. These things coming in, you have to drop them real quick and come back to focus to your breathing. This is all meditation. It's so simple but very difficult to do. But if you can command it, and this thing, when my partner passed away, that when you caught a lot of problem in your system, mentally, I can't control myself. I just, what for? I eat that some more. This is punishing myself. What the hell is going on? I can't do that. And then suddenly you got secretion of cortisol from stress. Now your diabetes just start getting out of the whack. And then now you have to focus on medicine. Get rid of negativity, just try to throw it away. And if you learn that, it comes from the Buddhist teaching, the law of nature, how the thing work. Everything you see, you smell, you taste, it, you hear, you touch, everything is going to go to your heart, spirit, and you have to say, I don't like this, I don't like that. It should just become negativity. So how you going to subside it, make it subside it, calming down, and then focus on one thing. This is what I'm going to do. That's why I say you have to be motivated and learn to do the meditation. If you have a question, you can email me. I can tell you what it is, where to go. And then don't, it is not the religion. You know, you people think Buddhist is a religion. Yeah, but the teaching of Buddha is not a religion. It's a law of nature. Okay, make you understand how the thing work in your inside you in your system. Okay, and never give up because sometimes you say, oh, it takes too long. For me, it takes 6 months from 9.3 to 7.0. It's not that bad because when you develop your food, you change your food, you establish your behavior, you redefine your behavior, and you redo your thing based on your data, and again the testing data, what other thing, what you need to do, what kind of food you're going to eat, and then it's slow. And then some people, oh, I take pill today, tomorrow I become, 7.0, now it become to 6.5. If you 60-year-old, uh, excuse me, who are you talking to? Those kind of thing, you have to be not honest to yourself. This is you do it for yourself. Nobody else can do it for you. Okay? Never give up. Everything will go along to where it's successful, reverse it. Now I can eat anything I want, but I don't eat that much. I will tie the bite, 2 bite, 3 bites, just for the taste. I'm a chef, so I want to know. People say good food, I want to eat it. When I was young, people say good food, I go for a whole shebang. I went to a restaurant, I ordered almost the whole menu with 3 or 4 but just to taste the food. So when you have diabetes, you cannot do that. But now I don't have it. I will go back to do it again. So when I go to Thailand again, I will do that. Okay? The data try that what we need. You need to, keep track of your thing, whatever you need a doctor, to go to assign you the test, for the blood test, for this test, that test, that test. You still need a doctor. You need the insurance for me. And now I become the Medicare, so I can do a lot more. Okay? And the blood test record, that was really important because to keep track everything of what you do, how your body change, if your gut, your liver, everything, the pancreas, they want to know it's working well. My last test is about 2 months. Yeah, 2 months ago, everything intact. So I have no problem at all. My blood sugar is about 7.8, something like that. But for me, because if you count back, they would 9 or 10. Now they change, they keep on changing, and then they want to go 6.5. You 65 year old, 6.5. I don't think so, because that what I talk to. I see a lot of people. They say no, because this is a manufacturing. When you take more pills, they want you to do that. But they say if you do it yourself, you can maintain. They say, oh, you take a lot of risks. I say, yeah, if I don't take risk, who could take risk for me? The doctor, they say, oh, yeah, do that. You take this pill, you take that pill. Yeah, this is up to you. You take the pill. And if that's sustainable and not curable, you just slow it down and not moving. And then you have to take that the rest of your life. But if you fail, your body will fail because the older you get, your blood vessel is getting harder and harder. And now you got a lot more problem with metabolic syndrome. Okay? It is all to you. That's why you define the goal. This is what you need to have. Okay, for me, 20-year neglect. I eat all kind of things. I work in the Silicon Valley. We go to high five, we eat all kind of things, and they're not healthy. Okay, and be realistic time. 4 to 6 months, you can do it. You 40, 50-year-old, 4 to 6 months of your time correcting yourself, correcting your system, I think you're doing good if you try to do it. Okay? This is my actual routine that I do. See, I have the three diabetic pill when I started. So, and then I have a herb supplement when I begin to eliminate all these pills. So I will take somebody, but not all the time because I don't like to take pill. So I add more water into the system, which is I drink more, water, 3 bottles, sometimes four. It depends. And then two green tea, and then the coffee. That's what I do. And I reduce the wine from 1 bottle to 1 glass. So, and then they stick with that 1 glass for a long, long time. Unless I go to the party, I cannot put my brake on it and keep on drinking. So by the time I get drunk, not, and then I come back home the next day, I pay for it real fat, real bad to get all kind of weird things. So you learn how to get 1 glass of wine to enjoy yourself. That all you do, and then they add more herb and spice, fresh herb and spice. I change the sugar to, I call them diabetes sugar. This is or 2 or 3 different kinds of sugar, but you don't use the real this kind of sugar, commercial sugar. This is a commercial, but it's more special. It's less. They use from mung bean, from stevia leaf, those kind of thing. It's different. And then the portion control, got to do that. Then my drink that I create, intermittent fasting and stress. We have to manage your stress. You can stress come how you do them. So when I started doing that, my loved one's still alive, so I don't have that much stress. They get good life, good job, have place to stay, have 2 dogs. I'm the man. So what happened was, so no stress. That it's good to really do these things. If you have stress, you have to do add a lot more things, adjusting to where you can eliminate the stage. Okay, stress can cause a lot of problem. Manage it. Okay. Okay. Now you got your thing, got your heart, get your brain. Okay, I'm going to do it. This is the thing that I want to keep it to you. This is very, very helpful. Very helpful to do diabetic, to solve the problem with the diabetics, especially in it's acidic. So this is have the science from India, Japanese, Chinese, Thai, put everything together. It's from me that I will explain it, experiment it, and I use all these. Oh, the Chinese like to drink tea. The Indian we drink hot water with milk. Okay, and apple cider vinegar will cure a lot of things in your gut. You know, add your good bacteria in your system, and then you have a lime juice. It that fresh acidic. As that means it should help cleaning. Okay, and then you have salt. Okay, salt is why specifically pink Himalayan salt because it's mountain salt. That means they been there for 1,000 years. So they dig it out. So at that time, 1,000 years, you don't have, you know, chemical, you don't have plastic, you don't have sea salt, you will have plastic that in the ocean, wherever you got toxic, you got metal, you got all those things. They cannot clean them all totally cold. All. And then you got commercial salt, all these kind of things. They all say good, but the matter of it is not. You got Himalayan salt, you got low sodium, Then you got a lot of, you know, thing that you use potassium, you know, carbon, you got all kind of mineral in your system. In one shot in the morning, you got low sodium, you got a lot of mineral that contain in Himalayan salt. Nicer, cleaner, better. Okay, this is what I do. I use, when you buy this apple cider vinegar, make sure you have with mother. You go with mother. That means they're not filtered. They still have sediment underneath. That means they're still alive. Okay, still doing their job, still continuing maintain the enzyme. Okay, and the warm water, usually the white people doesn't do that much of warm water. Most Asian does. Okay, the Thai now start doing, tea, coffee, okay, but it has to be warm water. So you what I usually do. Oh, I don't want to boiling the water, make the water warm. So you can do it in one shot. Okay, what you do, you put 1 tablespoon of apple cider vinegar. You put the lime about 1 or 2 limes, about 4 tablespoons, and then you put the Himalayan salt about half 1 tablespoon. But when I use 1 tablespoon. It start to see how too much, you know, sodium. I can taste the salt, but I can taste, but it's quite strong. So then I change it to half of the cup, half a teaspoon. I said, wow, that's just right with this amount. And then I pour a half cup of water and I stir it real well and I put it in the microwave. 30 seconds. Bring it out, stir it again, still warm. It's not hot. It's still warm, lightly warm. Then you drink when still warm. If you think when it's cold, it will get really sour. Okay? If you think still warm, you don't taste, too much sour or too much salt or those kind of thing. It's just like you drink water, regular water, because it's hot, because it's warm. So it will go into your system. What it does is when the hot water is going to your system, it will go waking up, you know, your stomach. Say, hey, something coming, the food is coming. Okay? Get ready, secreting your digestion, those kind of thing. So start doing those kind of thing. When the vinegar coming in, the lime coming in, the salt coming in, so suddenly you got acidic, and then they start cleaning, the intestine wall. And now, you know, if your stomach clean, it will secreting more, the digestion enzyme to come into the system that help your digestion. And then when you go into the small intestine, the salt, going to start acting, creating, bio nutrient, whatever you do there, to send the signal to, your kidney, you know, and the kidney, oh, something coming in. Let me clean the system first. If there are toxins in here, so they clean it out, those kind of thing. And then this is the digestion system. It will lay the foundation for you really to absorb the nutrients. Okay, I do this. I did that. Within a week, I can see like where I don't feel hungry. You know, I don't I don't have acid reflux when I eat too much. So I don't have an allergy because I have a problem with the allergy when I can smell more, I get headache. And especially when is springtime like now, you got I have you have a glass blooming, I got a pollen coming up. That's what I got really severe allergy. Before I have to do the nose spray, I have to do the throat spray, I have to get antihistamine. It's a lot of work. And you have to do that every day, every morning, and think sometime in the evening it is strong, you have to do it again, no kind of thing. But since I do this drink early in the morning, now before meal, 10 to 20 minute before meal, I don't have that problem at all. I don't have allergy at all. I'm not sneezing, my eye doesn't watering, my throat not dry, not itching. I just cure itself for me. I understand it because I don't have that anymore. So that is surprising for me. You know, this is the good drink. Learn how to use it. 10, 20 minutes. It takes you about less than 5 minutes for you to prepare this. Lime juice have to be fresh. Okay, that's all it does. And that 10, 20 minutes. Then you do your meal. You eat your meal. Okay. Usually when I'm going to do my meal, if I going to heat it up my meal, so I make the drink, and then I go put my food, in there when it cling, 30 seconds I drink, and then I prepare or not cooking my meal, to take it out from whatever I want to eat to then put it in the microwave, sit and wait, scratch my hand, play with my dog, and then I come back and eating my food. So when you eat this thing, this is another thing is how good of your system clean it. You know, before I do, when I start, I do every meal when I try to do, I do this drink every meal. But now I do 2 meals a day. I do only in the morning because I already reversed it, diabetes. So I still do one drink a day. The first thing in the morning, the first meal, I didn't drink. It helped a lot, tremendously a lot, because you will know that when you wake up in the morning, a minute you start to move your body, your stomach start moving the waste out. So you have to go to the bathroom, poop. So pretty much that way, how good that means how good is your stool, your system. You clean it out, your gut system. Your gut system work well. Your your digestion system work well. You wake up in the morning, first thing you do, you poop. It will come out. It will push out. Okay? Good, damn good stuff. Try it. You will not disappoint it. It takes time. 2 week, week, 2 week, you will see it. The different, the change. But I do it for a long time, so now I deal with. I got a good thing out of it, so I keep continue doing it. Okay? Okay. Now I want to give you the beneficial of intermittent fasting. They call IF. A lot of people you can do, 3 meal, 2 meal, 1 meal. The 1 meal you got the best benefit, but for me it's too much for me because I like to eat. So I cut down to two. That means within 6 hours I eat 2 meals. I start my meal at 12 o'clock. I start eating, and then I can snack, I can do things, but with snack meaning not the peanut eater. I eat nut, hard shell nut, tree nut, okay? Those kind of thing. If I feel, my mouth, I want to eat something, so I eat that a little bit, and then I go away. Sometimes I eat the dark chocolate, but mostly I don't like the taste that much. So I eat the nut, and then I wait till 4:35. I prepare my meal. I eat it before 6 o'clock, so I have 6 hour time, 2 meal, and then the rest of it. So I drink water, and then by 6 o'clock, so I take a glass of my red wine. So which I like to enjoy. Sometimes go two, you know, you will go to when in the class we go to section about in the sugar section you will see about with I talk about red wine. I talk about what kind of wine you use. You can do certainly not white wine because white wine has a lot of sugar. Even though good, even though expensive, but it's a sugar, especially in Chardonnay, the California Chardonnay, Gewürztraminer, they're all big sugar. You can't have it. You got red wine, a little bit more dry. So those kind of thing that what we want to do. So this is intermittent fasting. It can help you because all those things that you do, it will help your brain activity, you lose weight, okay? You possible prevention cancer, those kind of things. Your A1C will go down. So to that, my A1C start with a 7, but already come down to 7. So this is the sequential that you do and what kind of thing you have to have the data. Okay, anti-aging. My skin look better, my face look younger. You know, I don't have that rash. I don't do all the kind of, and my heart breathe normal. I don't have an irregular heart or my heart pounding or pain inside. No, I don't have that because I think my vessel, blood vessel start softening up. Okay, and then I insulin resistance, so I don't have to do the injection of insulin. I didn't go that far. So and then everything now is upside down. It's normal. Uh, and then when you do lifting, your muscle can come back real quick. So I don't want to be pop up. I want to be pretty. No, I want to look normal. That's why I say, oh, I don't need a muscle. Who I want to show I'm old. So don't kind of thing. Forget it. So and then reduction of inflammation that helped a lot. I don't have pain. I don't have rash. I don't have those kind of thing because my partner had everything about it. I had gout, had flash, and now feet swallow, and now suddenly have a sore headache, those kind of thing. With my technique, with this thing, I don't have that. I never have it. Interesting. Okay. So when you take your blood sugar, the sugar testing, blood sugar testing, most of the time, oh, you could probably do this finger, that finger, that finger, that finger. So, and then if you take every finger, they will get different result, okay? Because of how the blood, you know, flow to your body, okay? If you take like you see the one that have the question mark there, they put it on on the finger, like leading the vial. So for everybody, I don't know. For me, I don't think it's accurate. This is my opinion because the blood pressure that you get from same bloodline, and I don't know if they can really keep accurate value. If you go to where the understand how really the blood in your finger, what it look like, and what it's for, and where it come, because it's kind of give you different result. Sometimes you take the bus, nick into your blood, and then you take, oh, a 150. Now you do it again to other finger, they come 140. You do it again from the other finger, it goes to 180. What does it mean? Do you get confused? Okay, try to do it one finger and your ring finger. That's why it's the ring finger. Okay, because the ring finger have two blood vessels coming out, and then when you come to this finger, they split one to the middle, one to here, and then another one is come from here, and then they go to the same ring finger. So now if you take the blood on this side, and you take the blood on this side, you think will be the same? That's slightly different. So you can take it in the middle, so you can get a pretty good accurate result. And now what the problem is, your finger is too much hole, so you have to be careful. Sometimes when I will take this side first, and then I take that data. I take this side first, I take that data. Because when you take every day, if the data jump, sometimes you wake up, oh, my blood pressure is so high. So you will retake it again. Sometimes when you try to different finger, you say, oh, how come it's lower than this? So something went wrong. So you have to check your equipment. maybe you have to recalibrate it because you use so many times, or sometimes your needle, you have to change it. Okay, that I want you to understand it. This is what a lot of mistake people complain about it, doing it, but none of the doctor can explain it. And now a few more people start explaining. Here there was the problem. This is what you're supposed to do. Okay? Ring finger. So the big problem. So the big problem is, taking the blood pressure when you go to the doctor's office. Especially the hospital. You got all these nurses. You know, do they care about you? No. You walk in and you sit down. They take your blood pressure. Is that correct? No. And some of them even know on the right, try to do the blood pressure on the right hand side. I say, no, your heart is here. You want to do as close as you have possible. And then the being a dingy, I call them the dingy, the tape measurement, and taking the uh, blood pressure. I say, well, I come all the way to the hospital. The dingy like this, I have it at home. So I get better result than you, but I don't know what the problem where the big machine they want to do that in the big machine because the big machine is keep the most accurate. Because every time I did with the nurse that when they walk in, they do the routine work, they don't care. Oh, this thing is going that big, those things go in the back, and that high blood. I say, uh, let's go try the big machine. They don't want to do it. I say, why don't you do it? Because it seemed to me kind of weird, odd. Because I take it at home, it's more accurate than the like a 10, you know, sometimes 20, 30, lower than that. You know, it's just a matter of what the hell. So that's why when you do it at home, make sure you do it the right position. Your arm, you sit back, you don't smoke. You already take the coffee and then now you start to do the blood pressure. Hell no, because I do coffee first because I want the coffee first, because there's a lot of things going on. Because that they use that to give you the metformin, okay, and that was going to give you erectile dysfunction. Watch out for that because it makes if you can ask them for the big machine because the big machine is very accurate. I did twice. The one with the nurse, woman nurse, and another one is the nurse. And then you take a drip bead and start know how to breathe pretty well, and then they come out result very certified. Low. It's not high. So make sure you have to fight. For me, not my advice, but for me, I have to fight with them every time when I go to have the blood pressure take in the hospital, and they do the lousy job for me. I say no, I really want to do the big machine because it doesn't seem to work. It doesn't seem to work for me because it's cheap. So and then because that data result to where they give you a pill. Okay, just take care of yourself. Watch out. Listen, sometimes contradiction, arguing it for your benefit. It needs to be done for me. For me, have nothing to do with you. I don't tell you to go fight with them. This is what I do. Okay, if things not right, I fight for myself. Okay. This this is a A1C test result. So you have to establish this. You use Excel, easy. You just whatever data you put in there, they will grab it for you. They will make it so beautiful for you. So you need the data, so you can put the data in the database with Excel. Okay, don't put it on the paper. It's not going to do you anything. So Excel will help you interpret the data and put it out beautiful data and then give you all of it. Just learn this. And mostly, if you go to school, high school, they already teach the Excel. By the time you go to university, you know how to use Excel, because you have to use it to keep a report, to do all kinds of things. Especially the engineering people, they have to do it. Okay, and this is how I do it. 9.3 keep on coming down. But for me, I add the note with it that the full pill when they start, you know, three things. But the statin, I take one pill. I say no. I take the lisinopril pill and other thing for blood pressure, high blood pressure and high blood sugar, and then I reduce the pill. Okay, and I do red pill, and I stop the pill, and I keep on doing to see if without pill we're gonna be it stay the same. So that means did it proving accurate the method that I use is working. Okay. Now we're going to go into data, so how I do it, how I take note, how I put information in there. So it's for you or whoever to look at it. So it's for you, you will feel good about it when you exhibit the data. Okay. Here, the data that I had, that's the blood pressure and the lisinopril that I take. Okay. When I first started, it high, it really high. It's 100 and something, 170 something scale, you know, way high. At you know, my A1C is 9.3. So I start taking pill, right? You start with it 5 milligram. So just try to see if doing anything. It doesn't do it, you know, for good 2 3 weeks. Then you increase to 10 milligram. I talked to the doctor and said, oh, okay, we increase it 10 milligram. And then you start seeing, okay, they drop a little bit and not fast enough. So we increasing to 20 milligram, 40 milligram. And then when they hit 40 milligram and everything coming down to where the below normal, I said, the pill it worked, but now how are you going to get rid of the pill? So 40 milligram, everything come down nicely, but now you drug dependent. So how are you going to get rid of drug dependent? Now you have to come up with something. So that's why it's intermittent fasting coming in and the drink coming in. So, and the pill start reducing from 40 to 20 and taking data, doing the routine, and start seeing the change. You know, they go up too low when they start, you know, dropping the pill, everything start coming up again, and then they start go up and down, and then go up and down, and then how do you bring it up to where normal without using the pill? So I keep on going, doing the way I need to do. Okay, and now they become stabilized. You know, I looking for the data. Oh, they don't have that much change. Stabilized in within 135. So that means, this is work. Okay, whatever I do. Okay, reduction the pill from blood pressure. Okay, this is how I do them. I didn't tell you what to do. This is how I do them. Okay, to bring it up, consult with my own data. This is this is seem to be stable. What you need to do to reduce it, and then I become zero at this point. And then I look at now. You see, at this point it becomes zero milligram, but my data is still stable. You know that what you're looking for. You need that mean okay, you successfully doing it, and then you're going to doing it, continue doing it until you feel comfortable that okay, you are okay now. Okay. Now we talk about the metformin, 500 milligram that we start with for the blood sugar in the morning. Okay, that what when they started what the first in 2023 January. Okay, and when you take the pill 500 milligram, it's pretty good. They start coming down the blood sugar from 175, coming down, coming down, coming down, coming down. You take, it's good when they start doing the intermittent fasting. When they start doing intermittent fasting, what happened? But okay, the blood sugar going up. Okay, and then swing back up, and then I keep on going to see, oh, how this thing work. And now they get that fluctuation. Sometimes, they drop so low, sometimes they go so high. I keep on going and to see when they're going to stable or when they're going to come down. So they come in stable to the range of 137 milligram to milligram per deciliter. So some it shoot up, some it not. It's almost stable. So then when I start the lambdings, the acidic drink, and now everything is come down. Okay, from 500 milligram with the pill, with all the drink, now everything start suddenly fall. They go to where the range is, and then I start decreasing the pill because they go too low. I took off the pill, cut because it's 500. They cut off half. Now I cut out the whole thing. It's become to see how far they go. When if I don't stop that, they keep on coming down. So I decrease it to 250 milligram, and then suddenly they're coming back up again to where okay, no close to the range, and then I stop the pill. When they stop the pill, they come back to normal or below the range, below 137, meaning okay, the technique it worked. These two things doing the magic in order to eliminate the pill. So this is how the blood sugar morning is. Let's see at night sugar. This is the night blood sugar when you take. So it's when I take the metformin 500 milligrams. So it's just seem to be come down and below normal, but it's a lot of pills, a lot of doses just going in there. And suddenly, when I start my intermittent fasting, oh, they shooting up more. You to go 217 to 197, all these things because the body tries to adjust it. And then suddenly crashing down to 106. And then it never come back up because the intermittent fasting, it seemed to be working and going to the system, working the system recognize it. So, and then they go up and down, up and down, and up and down. It's not far away, not 200. And then I started landings, and it's got going up a little bit, and then it come down. And then they come down even further more below 137. And then, okay, now time to decrease the pill to half. So I decrease the pill to half, and then they keep on coming down, going up, and then coming down again. Okay, that means the body adjusts the system again, and then I stop the pill. When they stop the pill, now it never come up. It's go around 130, 120, 137, those kind of thing. It's kind of okay. That means working well. So that means the system work. So that's how I interpretations of my thing. It's okay, it's working. That's how my night sugar work on me. Next. Now we look into the blood test result. That thing you need to know. You see the A1C. You start from here. You go up that high at 9.3, and then start coming down, coming down, coming down, coming down. It's nicely. Everything coming down, heading out, level out, those kind of things. Pure, no pure, those kind of things. Everything change. From start from 9.3, 8.6, 7.5, 7.7 without pure. So this is good result of what I did. Okay, I go from there. Here, this is all from this one on. This slide on is about the subject of the sections of a lecture. Okay, the class. So diabetes acknowledgements, that what you're going to have a lot. You're going to learn a lot of things. What it's all about diabetes. What it to do, what not to do, what kind of HbA1c, what it mean. You will This will cover on that section the acknowledgement. Okay. Here the leading cause of the leading cause to diabetes, because these all kind of things that can lead it to that you do. This is one of the section you got to learn the lecture on this, because it gives you all the education about what happened to you, how you get the diabetes. The leading cause is going to be on this one. Then you will know about the nutrition fact. This is a lot. This section is a little bit involved, but it's make it really clear for you to understand it. Okay. And you will learn about sugar, what to do, what not to do, what to use shoot the sugar for diabetic food. Okay, that is a little bit involved, a little bit lengthy, but you will totally understand about sugar in your system. What to take, what not to take, what are in it, what are all of bad things that happen, so you can understand and avoid the sugar. Okay. And this section is about the function of food. So what you eat, what kind of food do you eat, like you go microorganism, all of it. You have to understand why you eat the food and what it does to your system, what good food, what harmful. Okay. We will go into that in depth. This section you will experience the Thai medicinal aspect, because it's a lot of things you use herb and spice, what you use, how to use them. Okay, and it will be on each section. This is a section of Thai medicinal aspect. So the video will be separate each section. Okay. So this section is healthy ingredient. Know the healthy ingredient, because you have to know like a Thai fish sauce. You know what is fish sauce about, where it come from, how did they make it. Okay, and then the natural fruit and herb and spice, like the Thai soy sauce. There are three kind of Thai soy sauce. Those kind of things that you will learn from this card. You got total culinary education, one of a kind. Okay. So this section is about reversing diabetic scream. Yeah, what to do? Drink water, pill, exercise, herb, spice, meal, intermittent fasting, and your nutrition intake. So you be a lot of detail on this one. So that this section I think will be interested to a lot of people that want to really do what I do. Okay. This section you will know how to cook diabetes food with a classical Thai cooking technique at the restaurant level. How you do that. So this section we go to all the cooking, many things. Do the class, do what kind of food you want to eat, the kind of thing you plan, blah blah blah. It's going to be lengthy and pretty much give you a little education about Thai culinary. So I want to refresh this education, diabetes, reversing diabetes education. It have 9 video sections. So just to try to memorize it or try to refresh it, the memory. Okay. So one thing you could talk about the video one you could do about diabetes acknowledgement, video to the learning reading class, and then number 3 nutrition fact to know, and number 4 what you got to use, number 5 diabetes with functional food, and then the Thai medicinal aspects, and then healthy ingredients, reversing diabetes schematics, and then cooking diabetic food. So this is all 9 sections about education about diabetes cooking, food for diabetes, how I reverse them, how I do them, so that remember all of your organs is related metabolic, metabolic metabolism system. Okay, metabolism system. Everything you have to take care of it. Nobody else. All right? You are your own doctor. Know your body well. Okay? Okay, now you have seen all the presentation subject that you need to understand. You want to learn it. You want to give it a shot to save yourself. If you don't believe in a lot of things, then you're on your own. And this is what I do. This is what I can do. This is what I can share. If help you out, you should be good. And then keep on following my channel, or you go to the Facebook at Chef Phant, so you will see the news that I post when I do something. Posting something, it will be in Facebook, and then we do some in TikTok too, but not yet. But I have to do a lot of video editing after I frame it, and then I will do it for the cooking part heavily. From now on, it could be a lot of video coming out. So if you go to my YouTube channel, just subscribe so you will learn a lot more. Could save your life. Who knows? Okay, I did it. You can do it. Easy and simple. This is Chef Phant. See you later. Bye.